Yo, what's up, YouTube? Just gonna do a little post-match review for the Newcastle versus Arsenal game. And yeah, unfortunately, it was Newcastle 2, Arsenal nil. It's all over. The season is over. Just absolute devastation. Just demoralized, depressed. It's just such. I don't even want to wear my Arsenal shirt right now because why should I? Given them so much support throughout this season, and they've just been let down again. To get so close again, it was in our hands, and we blew it, we bottled it, we choked. It's not good enough. It's pathetic. It's shameful. And they wanted to give Arteta a new 3-year contract before the season even ended, before we even got top four. It's an absolute joke, man. It's such a joke of a club. Newcastle, all credit to them. They completely dominated the game. They deserved to win the game. They were playing like they wanted Champions League football, and we were playing like we were on the beach and we had a bloody, I don't even know what to call that. It was spineless, worthless, pathetic. We could barely string two passes together. We had like maybe two shots on target the entire game, one from Saka, and I can't remember the other one. Arteta has played Saka into the ground. Absolute disgusting management by this moron. It's just absolute joke. He just sits there on the bench, not doing anything. He just can't figure it out. All we had to do was beat Spurs, our arch enemy, at their ground. That's all the motivation we needed to get Champions League football after 5 years of dross in the Europa League and absolute rubbish. And it's just, what more do you need? We won 4 games in a row at that stage. We were on top of the world. Our confidence was high. There's no excuses. Yeah, Tottenham are a good team and Conte, blah blah blah, but do we want Champions League football or not? We had to win 1 game of football. And then we did, and we lost that because of a stupid red card. And then, and now this. It's just, now we needed to win 2 games, and we couldn't even win the first of the 2. Away at Newcastle is never going to be easy. Their fans are amazing. The atmosphere up there is incredible. They had all the flags waving before the game. They have a one club in the city, so all the fans are behind them. So, all credit to them. They deserved it. Eddie Howe's done a great job since he's come in. Bruno Guimaraes, we were linked with him, and he actually chose Newcastle over us. So, what a big disappointment that is. He could have made a huge difference to the Arsenal if we would have got him over the line, but no. Our January transfer window was an absolute disgrace. We sell Aubameyang, we don't replace him properly. How can we sell our best striker we've ever had in the last few years, who won us the FA Cup pretty much single-handedly? And all because Arteta, he can't handle these big players. He's the problem. He's such a bad man management. He's not even a manager. I can't even call him a manager. He's not my manager. He's a coach at best, And his tactics are terrible. He doesn't know how to adjust, and he couldn't get anything from that game. He couldn't stop their attack. It's like they were counter-attacking and we weren't even attacking, as someone said. It's an absolute just disgrace. We nearly knocked out Callum Wilson's tooth, and he still comes back and scores a goal against us. Like, what more do you need? The guy, he had his tooth nearly knocked out, and he had more pride than any of our players on the pitch. Who was fighting for the fans? Who was fighting for the badge? Who was fighting for our Champions League hopes? It's been 5 years. It's going to be another year now. There's no excuses. We didn't have Europe this season. We had 1 game of football a week, and then we lose 3 in a row to Brighton, Crystal Palace, and Southampton. It's just absolute joke. And now Newcastle, who are 14th in the league, we're fighting to get in Champions League. We can't be losing these games to these teams, And yes, mathematically, it's still possible if Norwich win against Spurs, but they're relegated already, and there's a reason for that, and it's because they're shit, and they've lost to pretty much everyone in the league. And, Spurs, if they can batter us 3-0, then, I've got pretty much no hope. So, yeah, I'm not even going to pretend that Norwich can get a result. Oh, yeah, a result isn't good enough. They need a win versus Spurs. So, unless Pookie has the game of his life and Cantwell shows up, and yeah, it's just not going to happen, is it? So, and even then, it would be Arsenal. We'd get another chance, and then we'd blow it against Everton. So yeah, I'm not even confident that we could even beat Everton right now after that dross performance. 2 games in a row, no goals, losing 3-0 to Spurs, 2-0 to Newcastle. And yes, Eddie, he did well in the few games before that. He scored a couple goals. So, I'm not even going to blame him. There was just no service to him at all. He tries to press from the front at least, but it wasn't happening for anyone yesterday. Smith Rowe didn't seem fit. Tomiyasu, he was doing well till he went off injured. There's so many injuries this season that have killed us. So many red cards, so many discipline issues that have killed us. It's just so many drop points all throughout the season that we should have taken when we had the chance and we blew it. It's just such a disappointing end of the season, and it's not even over yet, but it is over. We all know it's over, so let's not pretend it's still possible. So absolute disgrace, so disappointing. I can't even think properly right now. Just in, oh my God, it's just, first goal for Newcastle. I think they even they had at least 8 corners in the first half. It's complete domination. We couldn't even get out of our half. There was no hold-up ball with Eddie. We couldn't, we couldn't get out of our half, and somehow we managed to defend all of those corners and I thought we'd weathered the storm a bit and we'd come into it a bit in the second end of the first half, but nothing really. And then Martinelli comes on. He makes a bit of a difference, but still nothing. And then, apparently there was some foul throw from Nuno or something, and then they attack and then they cross the ball in, and then Ben White tries to clear it, but it ends up being an own goal. So an absolute joke again. Another own goal costs us a game. It's just, come on, man. Like, clear the ball anywhere but our own net. Like, don't kick the ball in our own net. It's a complete joke. And then Ramsdale should have saved it anyway. He's been shocking lately. He was terrible that game. It's like they're just so nervous, and or they get overhyped and they just can't handle it. It's just, they overhype themselves to the point where it just shows. You could tell he was all over the place. His distribution hasn't been the same. He made a few good saves in the game, Ramsdale, so I'll give him that, but he should have saved that one that Ben White knocked in the goal, and that made it 1-0. And then after that, we're chasing the game, and in the end, they get another second goal. Ramsdale makes a save, and then it just rebounds to Bruno Guimaraes, and that's the killer blow, because he's the one that seals the deal and goes 2-0 up, and we could have bought him if we would have been a proper big club, but he chose Newcastle over us, and he rubbed it in our faces on the signing video and saying, he chose Newcastle over Arsenal and stuff. So what an absolute disgrace. It's a complete joke. We had the chance of top 4. We were 4 points ahead with 3 games to go, and we completely bottled it. We don't deserve Champions League because we're fucking shit. And yeah, absolute joke. And yeah, I can't wait to... we can't even sign any quality players now. Yeah, here's another season of Europa League shit. And as far as I'm concerned, Arteta, he's not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. He's proved it. 8th, and now 5th. And some people will say, that's progress. Oh, wow, 3 points. 3 places ahead of 8th. Yeah, what a great progression that is. Yes, not for me. I grew up in the times of the Invincibles, when this club was challenging with Man United 1 and 2 every single year. So I know what this club was really about in the glory days. And until we get back challenging for that, we were in the Champions League for over 22 years in a row. That's how this club. That's the legacy of this club. And since that, it's all gone downhill. We've had multiple chances to get back in the Champions League. We've had the Baku final against Chelsea where we lost 4-1. Absolute disgrace. Where we had the season with Unai Emery where we lost by 1 point. We were fifth when we lost to Brighton and Palace. And history now repeats itself again because we don't learn from our mistakes. We keep playing the same players, Xhaka, El Nene. We haven't had Champions League since Xhaka has been in this club. And he wants to say things like, oh, he's trying to call out people now saying, oh, if you weren't ready for it, well, stay at home. Or, they didn't follow the game plan. There was no fucking game plan. All the game plan should have been was win the fucking game. We needed to win. We played to win the game. That's the whole point. He was playing scared. He was playing for a fucking point. Like that's what we needed. We didn't go out and try and win the game, and that's why we're out now. And it's just it's just such a joke, to go out like that. If we went out fighting with everything we had, it would be okay. It would be more acceptable to handle and stomach. But to go out so spinelessly, pathetic, For me, Arteta's done. He doesn't deserve to be manager of my club anymore, of this great Arsenal Football Club. It used to be. He's dragging it in the mud. And so much progression. I don't agree with that at all. Absolute rubbish. This project. Trust the process. Absolute rubbish. What process? What is the process? What was the game plan? He doesn't know. He's not good enough. He's not ready for this job. He's at Arsenal Football Club, and he doesn't deserve to be. He's blown it. He should have got Champions League, and he fucking bottled it. Get out.